All right, let's talk about something that happens in pretty much every medical clinic. You know that sound, the phone ringing? That's the lifeblood. But what happens when you're just too busy to pick it up? Today, we're going to break down this super common but way more expensive problem than you'd think, the missed call. It's kind of like a tiny, slow leak that can end up costing you a fortune.
So yeah, the missed call problem. It sounds so simple, right? A call gets missed, maybe they leave a voicemail, you try to call them back later. But in the crazy busy world of a clinic, that little hiccup, it's actually a huge gap in your service. And it's a major drain on your revenue. That's probably just hiding in plain sight.
So this is the big question, isn't it? What's the real damage here? I mean, it's so easy to just brush off one missed call, but when they pile up, what's the actual cost? And trust me, it's not just about one lost appointment. The cost kind of ripples through your whole practice in ways you probably haven't even thought about. So let's actually put some numbers on this.
Okay, to really get a grip on this, we've got to break it down. We're going to walk through a super simple calculation using some pretty conservative numbers. And this is where that small, everyday thing, a missed call, starts to look, well, honestly, kind of staggering. Let's just start with a number that feels totally harmless. 10. That's it. Imagine your clinic misses just 10 calls in a whole week. That's only 2 a day, right? It could be during that morning rush, or over lunch, or right as you're trying to close up. It feels like nothing. Almost not worth tracking. But just wait. Now, let's be super conservative here. Obviously, not every single missed call is a new patient trying to get in. So let's just say that out of those 10 people, only 3 were actually calling to book. These are people who are ready to go, they picked your clinic, and they're trying to give you their business. And here's where it starts to get wild. You see how fast these little numbers add up? Those 3 missed chances a week, that's 12 a month. And over the course of a year, you're looking at over 144 potential patients who just vanish. They never even get on the books. They called, got nothing, and you have to assume they just moved on to the next clinic on their list. And this is where it really hits home. What does losing 144 patients actually look like in dollars and cents? Well, depending on what you do, your services, that could be anywhere from $50,000 to over $150,000 every single year. All of a sudden, those 2 little missed calls a day, they don't seem so little anymore, do they? But you know what? The money, as big as that number is, it's only one piece of the puzzle. The damage from a phone that just rings and rings, it goes way beyond your bank account. It actually affects your patients, your staff's morale, and your clinic's entire reputation. Think about it. A patient who can't get through, they get frustrated, and that frustration turns into a 1-star Google review really fast. Or maybe critical stuff like prescription refills or follow-ups get missed, and on top of it all, your staff is just burning their precious time playing phone tag, digging through voicemails, instead of helping the people who are right there in the clinic.
Okay, so we've laid it all out. The problem is real, it's expensive, and it's complicated. But just pointing out a problem is, half the battle. So the source material we're digging into here actually brings up a pretty slick modern solution for this old school problem.
So let me introduce you to MedAI. The whole idea behind it is incredibly simple and powerful. Make sure every single call gets answered and that every single opportunity gets captured. It's all about building a system that's just always on, always ready to help a patient.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, MedAI is an AI service built for this one specific purpose. It basically acts as your smart 24/7 frontline for all your phone calls. It's smart enough to figure out what someone wants, book an appointment, ask a billing question, get a refill, and then it actually helps them do it. And here is the absolute game changer. It does all of this without you having to hire a single new person. So you fix that huge missed call problem, you start capturing all that lost revenue, and you take a ton of pressure off your existing team. No more phone tag, it's all about working smarter, not just harder. So this all brings us to the most important part, applying this to your clinic. I mean, the numbers we just walked through were just an example, right? The real power here is figuring out what this leak looks like for you. And the source gives us a really clear way to do that. So here it is, the direct call to action from the source itself. It offers a simple fill-in-the-blanks revenue leak worksheet. This thing is designed to help you run these numbers for yourself real quick and pinpoint exactly how much missed calls and no-shows are costing your practice. It's about making this all real for your own business.
So let's just end on this thought. After seeing how a couple of missed calls a day can spiral into this huge financial black hole, the question isn't if you're missing calls. It's what do those missed calls really represent? What patient relationships, what revenue, and what amazing growth for your clinic is just sitting there, hiding, unanswered in your phone lines.